Hey, Lakers fans! Today we are diving deep into some of the most interesting developments that could shape the rest of the season for Los Angeles. As always, we are keeping an eye on potential trades and moves that might drastically impact the roster because, let's face it, the Lakers are at a point where adding the right pieces could really push them toward championship contention. There's a lot happening across the league, and understanding how other teams' decisions can indirectly create opportunities for the Lakers is key. One team that has recently made a move that opens doors for others is the Toronto Raptors. They just signed Mo Bamba to a one-year guaranteed contract, and this seemingly simple transaction actually has several ripple effects. Toronto is now slightly over the apron, not by much, and they are into the luxury tax by a few million. They weren't expected to be a tax-heavy team, and now the numbers suggest that they might consider shedding salary before the trade deadline, which could create a potential opening for Los Angeles. The Lakers themselves don't have a huge amount of extra salary to offer, just over $1 million or so, but clever maneuvering could make something happen. Multi-team trades are a real possibility, and sometimes all it takes is a creative approach to turn a situation like this into a win for Los Angeles. Looking specifically at the Raptors roster, there are several players who could be appealing targets. One name that stands out is OG Anunoby. He is currently making just over $6 million and is a restricted free agent. Ideally, the Lakers could swap a player of similar salary to make a clean trade, but since they don't have an extra $2 million to match perfectly, a third team might need to get involved. For example, a team like Brooklyn could help facilitate a deal, taking on a player like Dalton Connect along with some picks, allowing the Lakers to acquire Anunoby while keeping everything balanced. Essentially, the idea is to convert a player the Lakers might otherwise lose into a dynamic wing who can provide both offense and defense, potentially pairing him with someone like Haywood Highsmith to add veteran 3-and-D depth. These trades require creativity and a willingness to explore multiple moving parts, but when executed correctly, they can dramatically improve the team's outlook. Other teams like Chicago or Utah could also serve as trade partners, offering cap space or flexibility to help make a deal work. The key is understanding that a lot of these trades aren't just about who is coming in, but also about managing salaries, roster spots, and long-term planning. Beyond Anunoby, there are additional Raptors players who could fit into Los Angeles' plans. R.J. Barrett, for instance, is a versatile wing who offers scoring, athleticism, and defensive ability. He is the kind of player who could play at both the 2 and the 3 positions, and even shift into small ball 4s if needed. Barrett has averaged around 19 points per game this season, with solid shooting percentages from both inside the arc and from three-point range, and he contributes in rebounds and assists as well. He may not be a lockdown defender at the level of someone like Herb Jones, but he is a capable on-ball and off-ball defender who can integrate into various lineups. Adding a player like Barrett could give the Lakers a long-term solution at multiple positions, providing stability and versatility alongside their current roster core. Pairing Barrett with a player like Anunoby and a veteran 3-and-D presence creates a scenario where the Lakers could significantly bolster their wing depth and defensive presence without completely dismantling their current roster. When thinking about trades, it's also important to consider how younger players or lesser-known pieces can fit into a larger puzzle. Players like Grady Dick or A.J. Lawson may not grab headlines immediately, but in certain trade scenarios, they could become key pieces, either as salary fillers or as part of future development plans. For example, Grady Dick, still very young, has potential and could be included in a package to balance salaries or sweeten a deal for a more impactful player. Similarly, trades involving multiple teams could allow the Lakers to send out players they may not retain long-term, like Dalton Connect, or even someone like Austin Reaves if the right opportunity arises, in exchange for a combination of youth, athleticism, and immediate roster improvement. This is where strategy and foresight come into play, figuring out not just what the Lakers need now, but how each move affects the team's trajectory for the next few years. The numbers also matter. For instance, R.J. Barrett's current contract details and playing time show that while he can contribute immediately, his health and ability to stay on the court consistently need to be considered. He has played fewer games in some seasons due to injuries, which introduces some risk, but the potential reward of acquiring a player who can score, create for himself and others, and play multiple positions is significant. Meanwhile, Anunoby provides a combination of defensive versatility and scoring ability that could complement existing stars on the Lakers roster. Pairing these two with a third piece like Haywood Highsmith or another 3-and-D player could transform the Lakers' wing rotation, giving them flexibility, length, and defensive toughness that has been somewhat inconsistent in recent seasons. Trade possibilities are also enhanced by the willingness of other teams to participate as facilitators. Some teams have cap space and are open to taking on contracts or draft assets to make deals happen. This dynamic is critical for the Lakers, as leveraging other teams' flexibility can open doors that might otherwise remain closed. Imagine a scenario where the Lakers send a combination of players and picks to Toronto while a third team takes on certain contracts, allowing Los Angeles to receive Barrett, Anunoby, and Highsmith all in one package. While this requires careful negotiation and alignment of interests among 3 or more parties, it's precisely the kind of creative thinking that can elevate the Lakers roster without sacrificing future flexibility. It's about turning what might seem like a modest salary or draft asset into immediate and meaningful improvements, all while maintaining the overall structure and balance of the team. The Lakers' approach here needs to be both bold and calculated. They cannot rely solely on one-for-one trades. The solution is often in multi-team deals that maximize the value of every player and asset involved. Toronto's recent signing of Mo Bamba is a perfect example of how a single move can create opportunities for others. By pushing the Raptors slightly over the apron and into the tax, it sets the stage for them to consider shedding salary, which aligns perfectly with the Lakers' potential interests. Pairing that with the right combination of players and picks across multiple teams could result in a scenario where Los Angeles significantly upgrades its roster without creating long-term salary issues. The goal is to find a balance between immediate impact and sustainable growth, ensuring that each trade makes sense not only in the short term, but also for the team's championship window. All of this emphasizes that successful trades are rarely simple or straightforward. They require a deep understanding of team needs, salary cap mechanics, player potential, and the willingness of other teams to collaborate. The Lakers have a unique opportunity to leverage the ripple effects of moves like Toronto's signing to strategically add talent that fits both their immediate and long-term plans. Players like R.J. Barrett, OG Anunoby, and Haywood Highsmith could each provide valuable contributions on both ends of the floor, while lesser-known players and draft assets could help facilitate these deals without compromising the team's future flexibility. By thinking creatively and exploring all possible trade structures, the Lakers can position themselves to add multiple impact players in a single transaction, improving their chances of contending for a championship while maintaining a balanced and versatile roster. Continuing with the Lakers' potential moves, it is clear that navigating the trade market this season requires not just identifying the right targets, but also understanding the nuances of each player's contract, role, and how they fit into the Lakers system. R.J. Barrett, for example, is one of those players who offers a mix of scoring, defensive versatility, and athleticism that aligns with Los Angeles' immediate and long-term goals. He is young enough to grow alongside the existing core, and his ability to play multiple positions gives the coaching staff flexibility when crafting lineups. Imagine integrating Barrett alongside someone like Anunoby while maintaining a veteran presence like Highsmith. The Lakers would suddenly have wings who could defend multiple positions, stretch the floor, and contribute consistently on offense. These are the kinds of incremental improvements that can have a significant cumulative effect over the course of a season, especially when paired with stars like LeBron James and Anthony Davis, who can elevate the performance of complementary players. The Lakers must also consider how to creatively use their current assets to make these deals feasible. Players like Dalton Knecht or Maxi Kleber might not be long-term building blocks for the team, but in the right trade scenario, they can serve as tools to balance salaries and facilitate larger moves. For instance, including a player like Knecht in a 3-team trade could allow the Lakers to acquire a high-potential piece from Toronto or another team without taking on prohibitive salary. Meanwhile, draft picks can also be utilized strategically, whether as sweeteners to make the deal appealing for all parties or as a means of acquiring young talent who can contribute in the near future. In this way, every asset, no matter how minor it may seem at first glance, becomes part of a larger strategic puzzle aimed at maximizing the Lakers' championship window. Toronto, for its part, is in a position where shedding salary makes sense. The signing of Mo Bamba, while seemingly minor, pushes them into a situation where they may look to offload contracts or make other adjustments. This opens the door for Los Angeles to explore multiple avenues, whether that means targeting a Nunabi, Barrett, or another player like Grady Dick or A.J. Lawson. While these latter names may not carry the immediate star power of the former, they provide flexibility in negotiations and could serve as additional assets for balancing trades. The key for the Lakers is to combine short-term impact with long-term planning, ensuring that every move strengthens the roster now without compromising future cap flexibility or the team's ability to continue building around its stars. Looking at the broader picture, trade creativity is critical. The Lakers cannot approach these deals in a linear fashion, simply swapping one player for another. Multi-team trades provide the flexibility needed to manage salaries, meet league rules, and maximize value. For example, a scenario could involve Los Angeles sending a combination of role players and picks to Toronto, while a third team absorbs certain salaries or adds complementary assets. This allows the Lakers to acquire multiple high-impact players, addressing roster gaps and improving both offense and defense simultaneously. It's not just about acquiring talent. It's about assembling the right mix of players who can coexist on the floor, provide positional versatility, and enhance team chemistry. R.J. Barrett's contract and recent performance also deserve close attention. While he has had some injury history, when healthy, he offers a reliable scoring option, can create plays for himself and teammates, and contributes defensively. His ability to slot into multiple positions is particularly valuable for Los Angeles, providing options in both small ball and traditional lineups. Pairing him with a Nunabi, who brings elite perimeter defense and athleticism, gives the Lakers the kind of wing depth that can match up against nearly any team in the league. Adding a veteran like Highsmith to this mix reinforces 3-and-D capabilities, ensuring that the Lakers are not only versatile but also capable of defending at a high level in crucial playoff matchups. Meanwhile, considering younger or less established players can also be part of a winning strategy. Grady Dick, A.J. Lawson, or even someone like Jacoby Walter could play specific roles in a trade package or as potential developmental assets. These players may not be immediate stars, but including them can facilitate the movement of larger contracts or enhance trade flexibility, allowing the Lakers to acquire impact talent without exceeding cap constraints. This balance between established contributors and potential upside is essential for teams looking to compete both immediately and in the future. The strategic use of draft picks is another crucial factor. First and second round picks can serve as valuable trade currency, whether to sweeten deals or to acquire young talent who fits the team's timeline. Combining picks with existing contract allows the Lakers to orchestrate trades that provide multiple returns in terms of players and flexibility. This approach requires careful planning and a willingness to explore creative structures, but is often the key to executing successful trades in a league where cap limitations and player contracts are complex. By leveraging draft assets, the Lakers can turn otherwise minor pieces into significant gains, strengthening the roster without jeopardizing future options. Before we continue, we ask that you leave a like and subscribe to the channel so you won't miss any exclusive Lakers updates. Moving on, in a shocking twist that has sent ripples through the NBA community, whispers are growing louder about Austin Reaves potentially leaving the Los Angeles Lakers. Sources close to the situation suggest that contract negotiations between Reaves and the Lakers have hit an impasse, with the team struggling to match the player's market value amid an increasingly competitive offseason. While Lakers fans had hoped to see the sharpshooting guard stay in purple and gold, the latest speculation points toward a dramatic move north of the border, with the Toronto Raptors emerging as the front-runner in securing his services. Reaves, who has steadily developed into a pivotal piece for the Lakers, is widely praised for his versatility and ability to stretch the floor, traits that any team would covet in the modern NBA. His chemistry with the team's core and his knack for clutch performances made him a fan favorite, but financial constraints and strategic priorities may have tilted scales. Rumors suggest that the Raptors, known for their shrewd roster construction and ability to maximize player potential, have been quietly pursuing Reaves, offering him a role that promises not only playing time, but a central position in their long-term plans. The potential departure of Reaves could mark a significant shift for the Lakers, who might now have to rethink their backcourt strategy. Speculators are debating how his absence would impact the team's offensive schemes and overall dynamics. Meanwhile, in Toronto, excitement is reportedly mounting as insiders hint that Reaves' arrival could inject a new energy into a roster already brimming with young talent. Analysts are quick to point out that Reaves' ability to perform under pressure aligns perfectly with the Raptors' vision of blending experienced shooters with rising stars. As whispers turn into conjecture, the NBA landscape appears poised for another seismic offseason move. While nothing is confirmed, the idea of Austin Reaves trading the Lakers' purple and gold for the Raptors' red and black has generated buzz across social media, forums, and sports talk shows. Fans on both sides are weighing the possibilities, imagining how the Raptors' backcourt would look with Reaves in the fold, and pondering the Lakers' next strategic move. One thing seems certain. If this rumored deal comes to fruition, the ripple effects will be felt across the league, reshaping expectations for both franchises and perhaps even altering the balance of power in the Western and Eastern conferences alike. Stay informed exclusively about Los Angeles Lakers news. Subscribe to our channel and hit the like button to keep receiving daily updates. Also, share your opinion on the news in the comments, as your contribution is crucial for the Lakers. Stay tuned for the next video.